the first time is shining so brightly that people maybe react in such a way. But yeah, it's just like I have absolutely no doubt in his quality as a chess player. He'll be back, and he'll be back pretty soon. I'm pretty sure. Like I think, it's extremely likely his next tournament will be back to trying to figure out how is he winning every single game, seemingly from very from all kinds of positions. When we were commentating with Peter Leko for both the Olympiad and then I did a brief stint of the European clubs. That was the topic we kept on discussing. Like once again, Gukesh has a position which doesn't look like very much, and then like an hour and a half later, he's just completely winning, and this was happening day in, day out. Hang on, let me see if I can convince our software to start showing us the moves. There appears to be. Okay, we'll wait then, because the challengers actually have moves, but the masters so far don't, which is the reason we are not showing you the board just yet. But it'll appear. There we have it. And in terms of pairings and things to watch, as usual, there's plenty. Anything that you think deserves attention above all else?
I guess we'll follow the leader quite closely, Abdusattorov, and one of the biggest matches on paper of the day is Caruana against Carlsen, clash of the titans. But yeah, all of the games I'm interested in. I'm actually really curious to see Gukesh. He has
looked at me strangely and played c3, and
I remember that game.
Yeah. So I knew I was running very, very specific additional risks, but I just couldn't bring myself to play another 6 on move 3.
You really are one of a kind in world chess these days.
So back to the game, d3 played here by Nodirbek, bishop c5, and yeah, this is a very, very serious line, of course, where sometimes white goes for very, very sharp stuff, but I think specifically Levon's setup maybe is good at not allowing the sharpest stuff, because the really crazy positions, I think they appear generally from like somewhere here, right?
Yeah.
Again, on castles, we go
Queen e2 or bishop d2.
Yeah. But yeah, Levon is not interested. He's gone king e6. And as a matter of fact, you now actually probably have to allow f5, right? Because
unless you want to play king g1, but it's so ugly. It feels like he just saw a clever tactic and he played it, but he's worsening his position in the process.
Yeah, if you play king e2 here, we'll play rook e8. This is still hanging. And if you play h3, you have now allowed f5. And now, I'm assuming this is still fine. Like, I can play b3. I'm pretty sure I'm still not lost because of just how much of a pawn this bishop is. But, like, legitimately, this is very pleasant for black. g5, rook f g8, g4. Like, maybe you have to make a draw by playing g2, g4 here and just, hunkering down. But how much fun are you going to be having suddenly?
Yeah. Like, doubles on the h file, starts bringing his king around to c6. Starts playing on both sides of the board. This is definitely not what he intended.
Yeah, and this is why both of us were so surprised with FHG6, because it really does feel that long term it's much easier to imagine scenarios where this gives winning chances to black than it is to white.
Like, as a space advantage after all, and that counts even in endgames. I'm actually thinking maybe the best practical try would have just been to repeat the moves earlier when the queens were kind of doing that little dance. Just, if you could never ever imagine being better in the endgame, why bother? Why waste your time?
Yeah, but that's not how they do things, right? We were talking about this, I think maybe even yesterday. The fact that these youngsters, pretty much all of them, are one of the reasons why they're so good.
f5, it just looks so juicy. At least he's made some kind of logic behind the move h6, at least. All those turns ago. g5, at least it's now protected. But this is really ugly. And meanwhile, Peter, we're getting word that there is a draw. Levon Aronian did acquiesce to that draw against Abdusattorov. I guess it's just a standoff. Not what we expected, but...
I think h4 is very clever here, because I'm pretty sure that if Levon got, one of these positions, he would have at least tried maybe